Hope everyone had a great. Let me see how much time I got. How much. I don't have that much. Hopefully my phone don't go dead. How you doing? Hopefully my phone don't go dead. But I don't got like 30, 36%. 36%. That's not very good. But anyway, I want to come on like I said, try to get. I said daily. Yesterday I did it. Yesterday I walked twice. Yesterday I walked, but I didn't go live. I didn't go live twice. I didn't go live twice. I didn't go live twice. I went live when I got out of work, and I did a walk then. And later on in the day, you know, I was sitting around. I was doing a little reading, some other stuff. And I said, you know what? Let me get another walk in. So I ended up walking again yesterday, and I didn't record it here. I didn't record it here on YouTube. I recorded it over on TikTok live. Then I actually, once I started recording, guess what happened? It actually got dark, because it was like when I started walking, it was like 7:30, and then what happened? 7:30. By the time I got to, I walked about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes. And so, like I said yesterday, I'd rather get the walking done now, get it out the way, and that way I can go home, relax, and do other things that I need to do. You know, regardless of what it may be. It could be chilling, but I ain't gonna chill. I'll probably read. I'm gonna get home, read, make some phone calls, and do what I need to do. But even though I broke the fast, at least, you know, like I said earlier. I didn't say earlier, but but one thing about not reaching your goal is the fact that you can start over. You know what you did wrong. So reset yourself. Reset your goal, and that way you'll know what you need to do going forward. And it's not hard. It's just, you know, sometimes when you're used to certain things, you know, it's hard to like break that chain. But you know, I get it right next time, because you know I've done fast before, and you know, sometimes I can see, sometimes I don't make it all the way, but for the most part, god damn, for the most part, it could run me over. I guess I need to wait till the traffic stop, huh? But anyway, I guess I go this way. But yeah, big truck didn't want to stop. Usually, I guess he's going too fast to stop, though. I give him a pass. Go ahead. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. But anyway, I want to come on and I want to talk about Swift. So I was at a delivery today, right? I was down in Miami, and we all know how Miami is. People are so rude, man. People are so rude for whatever reason. Not all, every part of Miami, but for the most part, big city, I guess. I don't know if it's just like people are just rude. Anyway, from my experience, not all the places I go when I go down to deliver, these people are rude and inconsiderate. But anyway, I was at a delivery. And I backed in, and I was talking to the guy, and I guess he didn't see my shirt at the time. He didn't see the shirt. He didn't see my shirt, and so he was like, "Well, you can just put it." He was like just talking like I didn't want to, you know, like thank God I'm not my mind frame like where it used to be, because when he said how he said it, I almost snapped. But first thing I had to remember was that I was at work. First thing I had to remember that I was at work. And the second thing I had to remember that people in Miami are just rude, and I'm not gonna lose my job lose my job for one, or lower my standards of myself. Hey, how you doing? Lower my standards of myself for somebody else. So anyway, he told me, hey, you can just put it there, like just put his hand, just talking trash, or being rude rather. And so I was like, okay, all right, no problem. And so I got outside unstrapping them. I drive a flatbed. So I unstrapping everything, and he walked over, and he said, hey, he pointed at the shirt. He said, hey, you drove for Swift? I said, yeah, I drove for Swift. He said, man, he came over and shook my hand. Hey, I drove for Swift too. That's how I got my start in trucking. I said, you don't drive them? I said, no, I don't drive them more. You know, I had some problems, I had some health problems, I had to stop driving, but I used to drive, that's how I started. So I say, no, man, you ain't got to worry about it. You ain't got to unload it. So let me go inside. Let me go inside and get the forklift. So he went inside, got the forklift. Really, really, really nice. So, what? Can you tell me? Yeah, tell me. Oh, you asked me that, you asked me that yesterday? Tell a joke? I don't have no jokes today. I can tell you a story. I got a story for you. Want to hear a story instead of a joke? I got a story I can tell you. But I don't have no jokes to tell. You know, I'm not a comedian. But I got a whole bunch of stories I can tell you. Life lessons. You want to hear those? One of those. But yeah, you know. So yeah. Anyway, we ended up having a good conversation. You know, and he unloaded the truck for me. So that was real. That was real nice. So all because of this shirt. So you never know who you're gonna run into. You know, you always should try. Treat people accordingly. Treat people the same way you want somebody to treat you. But it don't always work out like that. So, but I'm thankful and grateful that I had a productive day, that I can come, get my walk in, like get it done early before the sun gets too hot. And I was talking to my mom yesterday, and I was telling her about me walking, and she said, "Boy, you better stop walking when it's so hot, you'll get a heat stroke." I say, "Mom," well, if I was older, like maybe your age, then I worry about getting a heat stroke. But at my age, well, you never know. But hopefully, how you doing? Hopefully, that will never happen. That won't happen. But you never know. But I'm praying that it won't. What did I say? What did I say? Oh, all right. Thanks for passing through. Appreciate it. Thanks for locking for you when you pass through. Appreciate it. But yeah, all I'm doing is talking while I walk. You know, I try to get my walk in daily. Like I said earlier, I was fasting. I fasted 5 days, and today I had a little call. It was supposed to be water and fruits and vegetables, but today I had one of those frappuccinos. So I broke the fast, and I could have came on here and lied. I can't lie to myself. So I feel like I should, you know, like sometimes when you reach for something you fall short, but it ain't. It's my fault. It's my fault. Temptation overwhelmed me, and the coffee got the best of me. It ain't fun. It's not funny. But it's the truth. It's the truth. You gotta love it. And can't beat yourself up about stuff. Just gotta reset. That's all. You get yourself up about stuff, and you'll never get where you want to go. Like I say, there's no such thing as failures. Only life lessons. You take everything as a lesson. Hopefully I can learn and do better next time. Because like I said, I've done it before. No thing for me to do it. But I don't know. I don't even have no excuse. That's God to forgive me, that's all. So I'll try again next time. But anyway, how's everybody today? Everybody have a good day, good productive day. I'm trying to speed up. Everybody have a good productive day. I know I did. Besides going to Dade, 'cause I don't like Dade. But like I said, some parts of Dade people are nice, you know. Like I've been to certain parts and people are real friendly, but some parts it's like I don't know what it is. But I think it with a smile anyway, and thank God. I thank God that I was able to get through it, and nobody ran me over. I didn't have nobody run me over or run into me. They almost did, but you seen earlier they had a big fire. When I started this morning, it was a big fire on 95. So, and I was like, I was worried that I was gonna be way behind, but I ended up being in traffic probably like 10 minutes more than I probably should have been. So that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. So I'm trying to think. No, another Swift story I can tell is all the new Swift drivers coming out. You know, like I said the other day, I seen one, and I was I think I told everyone about that the other day, last week sometime. But yeah, you know, the thing about it, anything you do is showing up. Hold on. I read those already. So yeah, showing up. That's it. Like I said, I want to get this daily walk in before I get home. And I figured, come on and talk a little bit on here, like I always do before I go home, or if I do it later on in the day. Regardless, you know, it's good. No matter what. Like Apollo, no matter what. You say, don't throw in the towel, no matter what. Win, lose, or draw. you say, don't throw in the towel. I say, throw the damn towel. Throw the damn towel. I say, well, I was saying, when I saw them, I said, why you ain't throwing the towel in? You gonna let the man die? You see, you can't win. No. I was sharing a story. You just coming in, so let me share the story with you. So no, I don't drive for Swift no more. But let me share the story since you just coming in. But I told the story already. I tell it again for you. But what happened was, I drive locally now, right? And so when I got to my stop, the guy, he was real rude, telling me I could put stuff, and cause I had pulled in. He didn't see the shirt. He didn't see the shirt, right? And so he was real rude, telling me where I could back in, I can unload it and put it somewhere. And so when I got out and unstrapped everything, he seen the shirt, and he said, "Hey, you drove for Swift?" And I said, "Yeah, I used to drive for Swift." He said, "I drove for Swift too." And he came and shook my hand. We started talking. He said, "Man, don't worry about unloading. I'll go get the forklift for you, and I'll unload it for you." And I said, "Okay." So that's how that worked out. You know, he saw the shirt, and you know, we kind of Swift drivers unite, old Swift drivers unite, Swift drivers unite. But yeah, and the people talk about, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny now. I laugh because people see the shirt and they say, "Hey, this and that," but you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. That's what anything you're trying to do, you got to start somewhere. Whether it's new business, new opportunity, new job, you know. Sometimes when you go to a new job, even though you know the system, or know the routine of the job, they may do things a whole different way. So you may have to learn a whole new different system of how things need to be done. So you gotta roll with it. You gotta roll with it and know that It may not be easy in the beginning, but repetition, doing things over and over again consistently. After that, it becomes routine. It becomes like riding a bicycle. Once you don't like, I remember telling something about my dad, right? My dad, I told him a story before. No, I don't think I told it before. Maybe I have, but not. It's been a while since I told this story. But anyway, my dad, like I said before, you see the my banner on my page on the YouTube channel is my dad. He was in the military, he was an officer in the military, right? And anyway, we lived in a nice area because he was a lieutenant. And he bought like these kids, kids are cruel, right? Kids are real cruel. And so I had like a little tricycle. And the kids in my neighborhood, they followed officers too. They got a little bread, got a little money, got a little money. And so all of them had big bikes. And so my dad, being the man that he is, they were laughing at me, picking on me, right? Picking at me. And so he went to the store. And he bought one of the biggest bikes in the store, knowing that it was too big for me to ride, right? But it was bigger than everybody else's bicycle on the block. And so he ended up trying to show me how to ride, and like it was too big, and back and forth, running up and down the street, back and forth most of the day. And I couldn't get it, right? I couldn't get it. And so he finally said, you go ahead and practice on your own. So he left and went inside. And so the next day rolls around. I decided to, if I linked the bike over and got on it and pushed myself off, I would be able to ride it. So that's how that worked out. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the story. Y'all be safe, y'all be blessed. Like I always say, like I know about any of my videos, kiss the ones you love. You never know, you can kiss them again. Tell somebody love, because you never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Be safe, be blessed. And I'll be seeing you. I'm out. Peace.